Good morning, friends, and welcome back to my channel. We are getting ready. It is Monday. Got a lot of things that I want to do today on my to-do list, and so we are getting ready to first of all go grab some groceries. So we'll come home and put those up. I've got a lot of housework that I need to get done today. Got a couple projects I want to work on, so I'm going to get out my Cricut Joy and do a couple simple little around the house couple of things I want to do with that. Y'all heard me talk about the Cricut Joy, and I love it's so easy to use and just really easy to just get out and do little projects around the house that I just need to do quickly. Ren is home today. She wasn't feeling very well in the middle of the night, so she stayed home from school. So I've got 3 of the kids home today. I've got a delicious looking meal that I'm going to be making today that looks really good, and it looks like something that I would enjoy. So I'm going to be making that for dinner tonight, so I'll share that with y'all and what I think about it, because I've never made this actual recipe before. So come on for a day. I'm going to go, we're going to go do a little potty break before we leave. Oh no, did you mess the marker up? Uh-oh. Sorry, sister. I don't know if it'll come out. We're getting the kids ready, and we're going to head out the door and run, grab our groceries, and get some things done. So I've got to do something with this. I think I'm going to go ahead and get a load started. I'm going to have to split this up into 2. Got a little bit behind with the kids' laundry. A little bit fuller than we usually do it every couple days at least. So I'm going to go ahead and throw probably a load of that in before we leave, so we can get started with that, so I can get it done today. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is get these clothes out of the dryer. And then I washed Ren's bedding this morning, so I'm going to throw, or part of it, I've washed half of her bedding, so I need to throw the first half into the dryer, wash the second half, and then when I get back, we're gonna start on the kids' laundry. And that's probably the extent of my laundry today, because I've got a huge basket to fold right here. Got more bedding to wash. All of these need to be washed from their room. So that we're gonna get this done, and then we're gonna go get our groceries. We're getting ready to leave. Okay, how cute is this little boy? And his little joggers. You are so precious. You're so precious. Hi, Ren. All right, everybody ready to go? Yeah. We're gonna go to the grocery store. All right, we've got the kiddos. I've got my water. Oh, we're not gonna be gone long, but I brought my breakfast in the car because I haven't ate breakfast yet, and it is almost 10:30. This girl's always trying to steal my protein bars. Do you remember yesterday in the car on the way to church? Do you remember yesterday in the car on the way to church we made a mess with him? working on some around the house things. I've got the kiddos down for a nap. So now I'm gonna get started on a couple projects I'm gonna do. I still need to do a good clean to this kitchen, but I wanna get these projects done real quick. I'm gonna show y'all my Cricut Joy, and I've talked about this a few times. I love the Cricut Joy because it's so user-friendly. It's super easy to use. It does really basic around the house projects. You can also do other things with it. Like I use it for a lot of labeling things, some projects for the kids. I did a lot of back to school things for them. Any project I have around my house, I can just pull the Cricut out and make it. It's so easy that it's something I always have here. And if I see a project I need to do, it's just super easy to pull it out and go ahead and make what I need for that project. So I'm gonna do a few things today. While the kiddos are napping, I'm gonna try to get this done. So a couple of the things I'm gonna do is, by the way, we just got done with lunch. I haven't cleaned anything up. I'm going to relabel these. These are their lunch boxes that they use most days. So right now I have just a label that's not very pretty and neat on here, and I've been meaning to put their names really pretty on here, label it with some vinyl with the Cricut machines, and so I'm gonna do that, make it a little bit prettier for them. Still, I'm gonna keep it very simple, but put their names, maybe a little design beside of it. Probably right here is what I'm thinking. So that is number one. The second thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna redo this. Y'all saw me do this a few months ago. I'm gonna redo this in black with a different font. It's just something that I've wanted to do over the past month or so. I'm like, I'd rather it be black to kind of match my coffee maker, and I'm gonna do a different font with it. So that's another thing. I might think of a couple more things that I've been wanting to do, but those are the two main things that I want to get done today. So let me show y'all just how easy the Cricut Joy is to do, and I'll bring you along as I'm making these couple of things I'm gonna do today. So this is my Cricut Joy. It is small, very user-friendly, like I said, perfect for what I need something to do. So these are the vinyls that I am thinking about using. I need to look and see what's gonna look best with each of theirs. I've got this really pretty glittery pink. I've got this really pretty like glittery light blue. Ren loves purple. I thought about doing purple on hers. That's like a glittery purple. And then the black just for my coffee maker. And then I've got some transfer tape. What's really nice is these are the smart vinyls. And basically with these you don't need a cutting mat. You can just stick the vinyl in here and it feeds it through, and I'll show y'all that. But I do have my Cricut Design Space pulled up. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with making everything. Oh, I don't need that. I've already done that before. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with a new project and go ahead and start on these. So I'm gonna go to projects and see if there's any kind of simple little flower or something that I want to put on each one. I went to vinyl, and there's all kinds of different things. There's lots of different projects you can choose from. You can even type in here a flower and it will pull up different things. I think I've done this for a project for the kids before, and it was really pretty. That would actually look really pretty on these. So I think I'm gonna do Ren a little unicorn. And it kind of shows you everything you need to make it, which I have everything, and I'm just going to kind of customize it to the size and shape that, or the size that we need it. I want the unicorn to be like maybe 2.5 inches, and then her name, and I'm gonna click a different font. So I have it to the size and shape that I want it. So I am going to go ahead and put it all together. I'm gonna hit attach, and that just attaches it all. So that way when it cuts out, it will cut out just like I have it here. Then I'm gonna hit make it, smart materials. So I've got the smart vinyl permanent, and then I'm gonna make sure my materials are loaded. I have the cutter in here. That is ready to go, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready. And it is ready to go. So we are now cutting Delaney's. I did this little flower cut out in her name for hers. So we're gonna get that finished and we'll put it together. All right, finished projects for my girls. Hopefully you can tell. Theirs got done, so those look good. So this is done. I like the font, and I don't know, I just like the black better. So that's done. Got the girls stuff done. So if you guys are interested in the Cricut, I'll have all the links below to everything I used, the vinyl, the tools that I used, as well as the machine. So y'all go check it out if you're interested. Housework done. Went and got Delaney from school. This kitchen, I haven't gotten started on the kitchen yet. You want an apple?
Yeah.
Okay. But yesterday, so Callan just turned 6 months old. And yesterday, yep, I got some more milk. Yep, we were out of milk, and Millie drinks milk every morning, which none of my kids have been like real big milk drinkers, but Millie has. I'm gonna grab her an apple. But yesterday, so Callan turned 6 months old on Friday, and I mean, I'm not like in a big hurry. Look at this apple. It has a big hole in it. Anyways, I'm not in like a huge hurry. I love them. I'm not in a huge hurry to just introduce a lot of food to him, just because he's perfectly fine with Mama's milk. But we're just kind of slowly, you want an apple? We're just kind of slowly introducing it. And so yesterday, I want to mainly do a lot of baby-led weaning, but like a mixture of both, really, just because purees are really easy, like the pouches. I love doing those, especially when we're out and about. But yesterday, we were eating lunch after church, and I was like, let's just give them a little taste of something. So I got these. They got these beech nut. I've used this brand. I remember using this brand with Millie because it's a good brand. It's got just the ingredient that it says in it and not like a bunch of added things. Okay, had to grab him. But I gave him a little bit of butternut squash yesterday, and he was not a big fan of it. But it was his very first time eating it, so we might try a little bit of that this evening. I got an avocado that I may give him a slice of, more of like the baby-led weaning, and try that. And so I got an avocado. None of us like avocado, but it's still something that I'd like for him to try because they're good for you, and you know, he may like it. So, or maybe we'll try banana. I'm not really sure yet. Do you think we'll try something tonight? Also, I might just wait though, because I got him a high chair ordered that will be here Wednesday. I wanted to go to IKEA over the weekend and grab a high chair. I love the IKEA high chairs. They're $20. Super easy to clean. And that's what I've always used. But I wasn't able to get there this weekend. But I was able to order it online for like $25. It's like $5, $6 in shipping. So I ordered one and it'll be here Wednesday. So we may just wait till the end, because we really don't have a high chair or something that, he's got a little sit me up seat, but a high chair's, I don't know, just easier so it don't get like all messy. So we might just wait till the end to do the actual baby led weaning, where it's not like making a big mess on the fabric seat that he has. But it was funny, like he was not a fan of it yesterday. So we might try it a little bit today, maybe the same thing. But yeah, so we're gonna start some dinner. Delaney's, Ethan's taking the little ones out. Delaney's finishing up some homework. I'm gonna show him what you're doing. She's doing her spelling words. This girl and her cursive writing, she is so good at it. That's all they do at her school. They do everything in cursive. Hey, and tell them about your progress report that you just got last week. What'd you make?
Oh.
Straight A's. That's awesome. Anyway, she's doing homework. She's about done and she's gonna head outside with them. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get started with supper. This is like a chili cornbread bake. Let me make sure that's what it's called. I saw Sweet Savory Steph post this new recipe on Instagram yesterday, the day before, over the weekend. Lightened up chili with cornbread topping. Does that not look so good? It looks so good and I'm so excited to try it. I made something similar from Emily Bites blog. I've made it a few times. It's been a while since I've made it. But this is just a little bit different. It looks different. The chili or the cornbread's on top versus the bottom with Emily Bites. So we're gonna try this. It looks really good. I love the Emily Bites one. So we're gonna go ahead and make it. And I went ahead and put it in my recipe builder for those of you guys who follow WW. I put it in my recipe builder and it is 6 points per serving, and I'll do probably 6 servings. That's just my ingredients and things I'm using should be about 6 points. So let me show you the ingredients we've got. So we're gonna do, recipe calls for skim milk. I don't have it, and I didn't want to, we don't drink skim milk, and I didn't want to just buy it just for this recipe. So I'm going to use the milk that we drink. And I did go ahead and put this in the recipe builder. It still came out for 6 points per serving. Some corn muffin mix. We're going to use a cup of this. We've got a pound of extra lean ground beef. This is 96%. Just got this out of the freezer. We've got an egg. We've got an onion I got to chop up. We've got our spices. We're going to do some salt. We've got paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, cumin. We've got some tomato paste, beef broth, diced tomatoes, and some kidney beans. And then we've got our 9x13. I believe it's called for a 9x13. I think so. We're going to do 9x13. So I'm going to preheat my oven to 375. And then I'm going to chop my onion and get that in there. And then go ahead and start everything else. Okay, so I have got my big pot heating up. I'm gonna put a lot of olive oil spray in the bottom. And then I've got like a half an onion. I'm not gonna do a whole one. I think a half is good for us. I like onion. I don't want a ton of it though. So, I'm gonna let this start cooking up. Probably got that turned up a little high. So I'm gonna let this cook for like 5 minutes until it's a little bit translucent. And then we're gonna add I'm crying over here because this onion. I'm gonna add our ground beef mix. All right, I know y'all can't see in the pot. I'm just making do with what I have here. But the onion is getting brown. I'm gonna spray a little bit more olive oil spray, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my ground beef. And I'm going to cook this up together. It's still a tiny, well, it's not really frozen, but I laid it out this morning to start thawing out. I did get some ground beef on my grocery order, but I wanted to go ahead and use this one up. So I'm going to cook this up together, and then I'm going to add my spices. And while this is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and make the cornbread topping for it. So I'm not gonna get the corn muffin mix ready yet because this needs to cook for a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and get my seasonings ready because I can just dump it all in. So we're gonna do some paprika. We're gonna do a teaspoon of that. So we've got a teaspoon of paprika. And this is how I measure things. I got a comment the other day about how I measure things, and I'm like, you know what? Why does it matter? Like, it's not your food, it's my food. So, and then we're gonna do, how much garlic powder? A teaspoon of garlic powder. So I'm just gonna measure it how I want to measure it. I mean, we're pretty much right on, okay? And then we're gonna do a teaspoon of ground cumin. Then I'm gonna give this a stir before it burns. I'm gonna cut it down a little bit. Next, we're gonna do, I'm gonna do some salt. I'm just gonna, not that much. We're gonna do onion powder. How much onion powder? A teaspoon of onion powder. Then we're gonna do a tablespoon of chili powder. Alright, I'm going to give all that a good mix, and we're going to go ahead and pour this into our ground beef and our onion. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stir in all of our yummy seasonings. Then I'm going to add, I've got some tomato paste. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of this. We're going to do our diced tomatoes. I'm doing petite diced. We're going to leave all the juices in there. Give these a good stir. We've got our beef broth. I'm going to do a cup of it. We've got our kidney beans. I'm going to drain and rinse them. So I'm just going to stick them in this little strainer and rinse these off really well. Alright, I'm going to add these to the pot, and that is the last thing I need to add to this. So I'm going to give it a good stir, and then this is going to cook for about 20 minutes to let the flavors kind of mix in. And we'll put it on low and let this simmer, and then in about 20 minutes we'll put everything else together. This is what it is looking like. So the chili is just about done. I'm going to go ahead and make the cornbread topping. We're going to do a cup of this mix, maybe just slightly over that, and then we're going to do we're going to do an egg. It was very not good with breaking it. Then we're going to do a ½ cup of milk. Alright, so I've got all that. I'm going to give this a good whisk. And I'm getting ready to turn the chili part off. We're going to go ahead and put this together and stick it into the oven. I'm going to go ahead and spray my baking dish. We're going to pour all of this. Good. Okay, so I've got all this. I'm going to evenly pour this over top. Okay, this is going to be so good. I love this kind of stuff. All right, so we're going to bake this in the oven for 25 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it in there, bake it for 25 minutes, and then I'm going to top it, sour cream, maybe some cheese, but definitely sour cream. All right, so we're going to stick this in, set my timer for 25 minutes. And then we're gonna let that cook, and I'm gonna go outside and play with the kiddos, and then we'll eat up. So this is what it's looking like. I'm gonna divide this into like 6 pieces. You wanna try this, Lainey?
Mm-mm.
You don't think it looks good? And then I'm gonna grab a piece for myself. This is like a chili cornbread. Alright, I'm gonna add just a little bit of this Velveeta. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of sour cream to go with it, because I gotta have sour cream with chili. So we're gonna go try it and I'll let you know my thoughts on it. All right, we owe Callan a banana. What do you think about it? What do you think about it? Oh.
He don't like
Oh, he's not very interested, but he's just playing around.
Like it? He don't
I don't know if it's he don't like it. He's just got to get used to food. He's not used to food.
Oh.
We just got done with supper. Callan ate like the tiniest little bit of the banana, so just getting him used to it. Dinner was, I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. I recommend trying it for sure. I just love stuff like that though, just that like kind of sweet tasting cornbread taste with the chili. I just love stuff like that, so I definitely recommend trying it. I give it definitely a thumbs up, so definitely give it a try if you guys like stuff like that. It's really good in points as well. I ended up eating a serving and then a half a serving just because I have the points for the day and I'm stuffed, so I really enjoyed it. And I'm gonna go give this little guy a bath. Yeah, our nights are just so hectic, so one of us usually will do bath and the other one will clean up, so I'm not sure who's doing what, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and end this video out here for the day. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys very soon for another video. Bye.